Hey guys, it's Phyrra and it's time for another Phyrra Says. I'm a little ranty, so be warned. First, I'm going to bitch about foundation because, as you know, I've had IPL, I've had 5 rounds of IPL. Because of that, my skin is even paler. Now, I feel the need to point out I'm not the palest person I know. Several of my friends here in Tampa are albino. They're much paler than me. People paler than me exist. Lots of people. But it's really frustrating to me. In my vast collection of, makeup and a ton of foundations, I only have a couple foundations I can wear, and like almost all of them are by Cover FX. I can wear my Cover FX cream foundation in N10. I can wear my Cover FX pressed mineral foundation in N10. I can wear my Cover FX CC cream in N Extra Light, which they specially make for me. Through foundations I can wear. I can sometimes wear the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten foundation in porcelain if I mix it with N10 or something else because it's a little bit too pink on its own. Also love to wear my Too Faced Beauty Balm in Snow Glow if I mix it with Life's Entropy White. By the way, this is awesome. It's vegan. It is a white foundation mixer. You can mix it into any liquid or cream foundation. It will help you achieve a shade that matches your skin tone. Awesome, awesome stuff. And it's vegan. Cannot say enough nice things about this little indie company. I absolutely love Life's Entropy. If you haven't heard of them, I'll put a link to their website in the description box below so you can check them out. So yes, products I love that I can wear without having to mix with other products. Very, very few. I have a horrible story to relate. A couple weeks ago, I took Dave to the dentist and I had slapped on NARS Finland, which is a tinted moisturizer, and I put it on my face, my neck, and I just kind of sloppily blended it down to here. Not all the way down my shirt, because my shirt was a little bit lower. And I was just like, oh, whatever. And I had on a, hoodie or whatever. I get outside and Dave's like, why is your face orange? And it's been so long since I've worn NARS Finland. It's been so long since I've worn NARS Finland, I had no idea what he was talking about. I had to go and look, and then I was like, oh, it's because it's too dark. In the past, it would be a little bit too dark, wouldn't be too bad. Now it's really too dark. And so that's been my experience with just about every single foundation I have in my collection, with the exception of my Cover FX and there's got to be something else. My Illamasqua Skin Basin 2. Everything else, too dark. Or too orange, too pink, whatever. So I am so grateful for Cover FX, but so frustrated by the fact that everything else is too dark. And I have these companies that reach out to me and say, hey, do you want to try my foundation? And I'm like, not really, because it's going to be orange, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's going to suck. On the note of things I hate, I absolutely hate the color of the year Marsala. I am not a reddish brown fan. If they had chose a reddish burgundy or a wine, I would have been really into it. I'd been like, oh, even though it's a neutral, it's a fun neutral. Unfortunately, we get reddish brown, and I personally think reddish brown sucks, so I am not a fan. People have asked me what I think of the color of the year, and I'm like, well, I guess it's time for neutrals to have a turn because, we had Radiant Orchid, which I love because it's pinky purple, and before that we had we had Emerald, which was a lot of fun because it was a green, and now we have Marsala. Like the most boring drab color we probably could have chosen unless we chose a taupe. I know, all you taupe lovers out there. I'm wearing taupe on my lips, but anyway, I kid. Not really. I just had my 1-year anniversary of going to the gym. Happy and sad. Happy because I'm stronger. Sad because I haven't really lost weight. When I started going to the gym, I weighed 150 pounds. Now that I've been lifting weights for a year and I'm still trying to eat better, I weigh 165 pounds. It's been very frustrating. I know I'm stronger. I can lift more. I'm more toned. I went down a dress size, but still seeing the number on the scale is 165 really upsets me. It's just so frustrating. Because of this, I'm going to the gym now 4 days a week, and I'm going to see if I can slip in a 5th day. I don't know if I'll be able to just because it's really hard with my time constraints with work and everything. You guys asked me to make you a video in IPL. I shot the video in IPL, so I hopefully we'll have that up for you in a couple days. In short, in case you don't want to watch the whole video, I love having had IPL treatment for my rosacea. I would recommend if you have rosacea, you talk to your dermatologist to see if you're a good candidate for it. If you are, I definitely think you should do it, but I am not a doctor, so you have to talk to your dermatologist to ascertain whether or not it's right for you. It was definitely the right answer for me, and it's something I'm going to have to keep doing every 6 months or so to go get treatments to keep up on it so that my skin looks good. And on the note of medical procedures, let me tell you the story of why I went to go get a consult to see if I was a good candidate for LASIK. A couple weekends ago, I went out with my friends and I put on makeup and I got some eyeliner on my contact, and this happens from time to time. It's really annoying. It's because my eyes water because of my allergies. So I had, you know, black stuff on my contact. I kept having to take my contact out through the entire evening to clean it off, put it back in because it kept getting cloudy from the black stuff from my eyeliner. This was really upsetting. It really irritated my eyes. I scratched my eye, and so then my eye was sore for days. Not a fun thing to have happen. This really upset me and basically pushed me over the edge, and I said, okay, I'm done fucking around. I'm gonna go get a consult about LASIK because I'd read up on it and I was trying to psych myself into it because I'm terrified of medical procedures, especially ones where you have to be awake. At least if I can be asleep, it's not such a big fucking deal, but if I have to be awake, it's a problem. I went to the office on Monday and I went through, I took a Xanax XR to go there, which is a 24-hour acting Xanax. It basically keeps you calm and collected, so you're less likely to have a panic attack. Or at least that's how my doctor prescribes it to me, and that's how I use it. And so I went there and I go through the exam and everything, and they get to the point where they're going to dilate my eyes. And so when they go to dilate my eyes, I haven't had my eyes dilated since 2000, so for like 15 years, because the last time I had my eyes dilated, I blacked out and we didn't know why. And at that point in time, Ray didn't know when I blacked out I was actually having a seizure, because I don't have grand mal seizures. I have like little, I don't know, I guess petite mal, whatever. I have a seizure where basically I lock up like this and my body like kind of shivers a little bit, and that's it. Like if you weren't watching me closely, you're not going to know that's what's happening. And so anyway, the last time I had my eyes examined, that happened. Don't know why. This time I didn't have that problem at all. However, my eyes stayed dilated for over 24 hours. Anyway, back to the exam. I did the terrifying thing of getting my eyes dilated so they could do the exam, and they looked at my eyes and they tested everything out, and they had to like poke me in the eye with like 2 different devices. Now I'm really funny about my eyes. I don't like people touching my eyes. I don't like to touch my eyes very much, so it took me a long time to even be able to wear contacts. And so anyway, I'm like, okay, I'm freaked out by this. You're gonna have to let me touch the device before you touch it in my eye. So I was like touching the device to my hand, and then I'm like, okay, they put drops in your eyes where they numb your eyes so you really can't feel them at all. So I let them put the little machines in my eyes and touch my eyes, and it was such a bizarre experience. Thank God for the Xanax. I didn't panic at all. Afterwards, when they were talking about the results of all the tests, and I was sitting in the office with the doctor, and the doctor's like, so, you know, the LASIK experience, here's what happens, we cut a flap, and I'm like, wait, what? When I read all the little pamphlet, the pamphlet said that they don't even really cut anymore, but what it really means is they don't cut it with like a knife, they use a laser to cut it. So I was like in the chair panicking and going, oh my God, I can't do this, I can't do this. And then like I got another curved ball thrown at me because the doctor was like, so even though your eyes are in excellent health, you have a thinner cornea than is necessary to be able to perform LASIK. So just as all of my hopes of having perfect vision were crushed, the doctor went on to say, you are an excellent candidate for PRK. And so I've been looking at that. I've reached out on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter to my friends and followers and asked, you know, have you had PRK? One of my friends has had LASIK in one eye, PRK in the other eye. And she basically has me convinced because of her different experiences that I could probably handle PRK. So now that I've had my LASIK consult, found out I'm not a candidate for LASIK, but I am a candidate for PRK, I think I'm going to get PRK done. Interestingly enough, my friend who had it done, she had it done about 2 years ago, and she said the major difference was actually that when you have the PRK done, it's over with so quick you don't even feel anything, but when you have the LASIK done, you can actually feel them putting pressure on the eyes. And it's not that it hurts, it's just a little weird and uncomfortable. But then the healing time for the PRK is much, much longer than LASIK. LASIK heals in like 3 days. I mean, you literally can go back to work the next day. From everything I've read for PRK, I'm going to be sleeping for about 3 days. Basically, they give you drugs and drops and you sleep because basically that's how you heal. So that scares me a little bit. Basically, from my understanding, what they're going to do for PRK is they're going to put these little like clockwork orange things on my eyes so that my eyes can't blink, and I'm going to be laying down on a table. And I don't know why, for me, like the idea of laying prone on a table always terrifies me every time I've had to do, like when I had an MRI, hated it. When I had to do a CAT scan, hated it. Just, ugh, horrible. But anyway, you're going to be laying down, or I'm, the way it kind of goes like this. I'm going to have these little things keeping my eyes open so I can't blink. I'm going to be laying on a table. And I'm going to have drugs in my system, so I'm not going to panic. They can't give me Valium because Valium doesn't work in me, but Xanax works just fine, so I'm probably going to have lots of Xanax. And I guess basically with the eye open, they're going to take the laser to scrub off the top layer of the eyeball, where normally like for LASIK they would just peel it back, they scrub it off or whatever, and then they reshape the cornea with their lasers. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And not gonna lie, still terrified, but I want to get it done. I'm so fucking tired of contacts and glasses and dealing with them. And you know, I'm sure eventually I'm gonna have to get reading glasses even if I do get this done, but it'd be nice to be able to wake up and be able to read the clock on my nightstand as opposed to having to get like this close, like no, like this close, can you see? Like this, right here. That's where I have to get to be able to read my cell phone without my glasses in. Really, really close. I helped Susan from Darling Girl, one of the brands that you know I love, come up with an awesome Monster High inspired collection called Ghoul School. I absolutely love Monster High, but as you can see, I don't really have the room to collect Monster High dolls. So this is about all the space I have for collecting items, so this is what I have. So I was really excited to help come up with the collection. I'm gonna have a video for you up, and of course there'll be a blog review. But I had to tell you about it because I'm really excited, and it comes out very, very soon. So if you love Monster High at all, I hope that you love this collection because it really, really, really just, it's awesome. One last thing on a sad note, and this, I guess I'm even kind of beyond ranting for this, but my grandmother is sick again. She actually just got out of the hospital tonight, but she was in the hospital for almost a week. And it just, in addition to her like kidneys having problems because she's older, she's not eating properly, she has congestive heart failure, she has a leaky valve for her heart too. But I'm trying to come to grips with the fact that I really think she's not long for this world. I think that because she's not eating properly and a whole bunch of other things that she's ready to go. And I hate saying that. I'm trying to like make myself accept it. So that's what's also going on in my head, and probably partially why I'm so like all over the place and ranty and manic and happy and sad and everything at once, because always in the back of my mind, that's what I'm thinking about is my grandmother. I've been calling her a couple times a week to talk to her, to try to help keep her spirits up, and I don't know that it's helping. My brother, who's in the military, he's currently away in South Korea, so it's not like he can go by and see her, which he normally can, and that usually helps, especially because he'll bring his kids over there. But I don't know, I love my grandmother and I don't want her to die. I understand that she's not well, and I understand, you know, that she has her beliefs, but that doesn't make you losing anyone. That doesn't make losing her any easier, but I'm trying to come to grips with it. So anyway, that's what's been going on with me. Please let me know what's been going on with you. Let me know how you're doing. If you've had PRK surgery, talk to me about it. Tell me in the comments below. I want to hear what your experience was like. Thanks so much for watching.